Greetings, sentient beings. This broadcast is not intended for children. There will be strong language and adult themes. So this is Earth Rotation Day, a basic fact that we all know, except for a select group of idiots.
Well, I mean, they still think the Earth rotates, but they think it's flat.
So I am
Actually,
triggered.
it depends which group. Some of them maintain that it is flat and stationary,
They
so
do,
the
don't
Earth does not move and that the sun is orbiting around it.
So your thumbnail triggered me because flat earthers trigger me. The fact that we
Flat
have
Earthers trigger themselves.
the fact that we have got this far in humanity and people think that the Earth is flat when we have human beings that have gone in outer space and looked back at the planet and put cameras back at the planet, it scares me for the future that flat earthers are real.
Yeah, well, until I got active on YouTube, I didn't realize that there were people who actually believed that.
Neither
I
did
thought
I.
it was just a joke.
Absolutely.
The problem is educated people, because some of these people are actually educated. Educated people thinking the Earth is flat is actually a fairly new phenomenon. We're talking only in the last 120 years, which is kind of ridiculous when you think about it. Prior to that, educated people they already knew the Earth was round. And they followed what science taught them because they were educated. But nowadays, people want to feel special, so they have to believe things that aren't real so that they can think that they're special and know something that we don't.
Yeah, well, I mean, the famous experiment of the two wells in different cities, that's 2,000 years old.
Yeah.
Like you said, though, it's people who want to feel special. They want to say, I'm different than everybody else, even if they get yelled at by people like me, where I'm like, you've got to be kidding me.
I think I agree. I felt that myself many times. I think that was part of being Wiccan. I wanted to know or learn secrets of the universe that nobody else knew.
I think there's a desire for that for lots of people. There's also a fear element, that if there's something, if there's nothing out there, then there's a certain fear to people, and trying to keep our world smaller and keeping a bit of magic in it is one way that people cope with that scariness of a big universe that doesn't give two shits about us.
Absolutely, and not in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, so somehow humans got the idea that there should be some sort of grand meaning or purpose behind our existence.
The ego-centered universe.
It makes me happy. It makes me happy that we're not. Does that make any sense? When I years ago I came to grips with my atheism, and
it's the stool.
It made me happy to know that when this is over, it's over.
Yeah.
I don't know. I take joy in that thought.
Yeah, well, with religion, I kind of went between the two extremes of, that, we were the center of the universe, we were the apex of creation, and then some of the other religions saying that, this is all meaningless, this life doesn't matter at all.
I don't understand that way of thinking either when someone's like, oh, I'll get you in the next life. No, you won't. No, you won't.
Yeah. So it's like somewhere in my pagan past, I finally came to the analogy that, the universe is completely oblivious to our existence.
Oh, yeah.
If this entire planet disappeared, the rest of the universe wouldn't even notice.
At all.
Yep.
In all honesty, if our entire galaxy disappeared, most of the universe isn't going to notice.
Where are my notes? If our cluster disappeared, it would just be a little hole. If it's
the universe is mind-numbingly big.
It is. It is, and
yeah.
that takes me back to being able to enjoy life again, and that's why when I kind of got rid of all, I was raised Catholic though, so it dictates that you feel like shit about yourself. It makes sure that you hate yourself.
Yeah,
and that you prostrate and grovel for God. You know,
it's like an exercise in trying to contemplate the size of infinity. That think of the largest number you can possibly imagine. Now multiply it by itself, and you're still not even close.
Not even close.
It's that thing of the more we come to terms with our own insignificance, the less self-centered we become.
It's humbling.
It is. It's incredibly humbling. And I think it's important that I mean, Christians talk about being humbled, but constantly through their own faith, they're exalting themselves to a certain degree. It's almost a kind of self-worship. We're the most important beings because God made us that way. Rah, rah, rah.
Yep.
We're not important at all. We're tiny little specks on a tiny little skin on this great big rotating ball of fucking lava.
Yeah.
And it's going around this in this kind of tiny ball of fusing hydrogen in a great big empty universe.
And
we're not important at all. We're really not.
How much of this planet do we inhabit?
Oh, bugger all.
Yeah, exactly. Like we're barely on the surface of the planet, you know.
I mean, even just the human population, right? There are over 7 billion people on Earth.
Mm-hmm.
And on the grand scale, the Earth is a speck of dust. So you are 1/7 billionth of a speck of dust.
Exactly. It is humbling.
That time I dropped my phone and hit the button.
I've been doing that a lot lately because I listen to a lot of music. For some reason, I have giant hands and I'll just brush my phone and it'll shut off my entire phone.
98% of all matter in the universe is hydrogen. 1.5% of matter in the universe is helium. That little 0.5% of the rest of it is everything else. And yet, all the matter in the universe equates for a tiny little speck of the entire space of the universe. The universe is unbelievably sparse. You know, it's equivalent. It's equivalent to finding a speck of dust in a gymnasium.
Yeah.
To try and find a galaxy.
But it's also realizing that we don't matter to the universe, so we only matter to each other.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Absolutely. I don't want to get
That is a beautiful way to look at it.
And another thing is that we don't even matter to the planet. Earth could give a shit about the human race. Us saying we've got to defend and protect the planet. It's not about that. Making changes for ourselves for climate change and things like that, but making the planet better isn't about making the planet better for the planet's sake. Earth doesn't give a right royal fuck who's on it.
It's gonna
it's gonna go on and on until the sun expands and it consumes it. It doesn't give a right royal shit about us.
Yeah. We're not going to destroy the planet, but we could very well make it uninhabitable for our species.
Exactly. Because we know how the Earth is going to end in ice. Because we're just drifting away. We're just drifting away from the sun. So it's just gonna, it's gonna go out in a whimper.
No, it's gonna go out in a fireball.
Eventually,
the sun will expand. The sun will expand,
but the human species will have come and gone by then. You know.
Oh, the human species will be long gone by then.
All right, so I can't pronounce the last.
As a species, even if we don't destroy ourselves with climate change and all the other crap we're doing, we're only likely to be here for another couple of million years. I mean, evolutionarily speaking, we can only be here for a couple more million years because we'll evolve into something else.
Indeed.
But that's why like Purple said, it's good to have meaningful relationships and love people and be good to each other. To bring it back, no, because I love you too. Absolutely. It does get depressing though when you get into the nothingness because we are taught these self-centered lies, and we're told like we are the center of the universe. So we think of ourselves like He-Man, like we're the masters of the universe, and we're not. It's okay.
It's always good to think about that thing of we are not the center of the universe. Technically speaking, the universe probably doesn't have a center. We are the center of our visible universe. So the universe that we see ourselves, we have to be the center of that because there's a visual horizon to the universe. So the whole concept of being the center of the universe is a very egotistical thing because it's all about me, 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 me. Because the only sense that we are the center of the universe is in our visual universe, and that is definitely all about me. So we are the most selfish species that has probably ever existed on this planet.
And it does make a kind of sense, though, because the first priority of life is survival of the self. So where everything about us is wired for I must survive. So there is an inherent sense of self-importance in our experience.
Which makes that concept of developing religion very important, because if evolutionary we have evolved to survive and wanting to survive and continue on, thinking that there's something after this is very important to that concept of survival.
Because you have to keep the species going.
Yeah. So if we survive after this, then we're even better at surviving, aren't we?
And death is terrifying. And it must be terrifying. It's the survival instinct. It's once again, it's everything we're sort of it's hard to not say designed or built but it's what we're suited to.
Very much so. I've seen people at the end of their life. I've seen people at the end of their life, and they like saying death throes. That's real. I've seen people literally freak out right before they pass. Mm-hmm. It's in all of us. I think it's adrenaline, but it's inside of all of us.
Yep, and it's necessarily so. So the idea of an afterlife is extremely enticing. It's the ultimate wish fulfillment. And it's also kind of cruel.
It is
because it circumvents a person's chance to learn to deal with mortality in an honest and straightforward way. It's something I'm honestly still kind of struggling with. I think I would have learned better to deal with it if I were taught at a young age the finality of death, instead of being taught, oh, you're going to see your loved ones again. You're going to live in paradise forever if you just do what I tell you and strip yourself clean of all that you are.
I agree with you. I consider myself like one of those people that like I've had asthma like most of my life. I've reached a death door a few times by things I've done to myself. And the only thing I had an experience where my brain shut off, let's just say that. And when I came to, I had the realization that there's nothing after that. And instead of it making me depressed, it kind of sent me off in the opposite direction of wanting to live.
Yeah.
And like because we have to live for the now, Stool Hub. I love that. That is hilarious. But you have to live for the now. And if you don't, then I don't know. I'm just trying to.
That Stool Hub sounds like a website that some German came up with, doesn't it?
Man, this just went into a whole different direction.
I'm doing a good
When?
Jeff is still up.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey, Jeff. Let me know if anybody wants to come in here. But the idea of the afterlife, I think, is the hardest part of religion for anyone to let go of.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But for me, that was also exactly what made me finally give up on religion was when my fiance died, and everybody's trying to comfort me with this of you'll see her again in heaven and all that stuff, and just realizing how incredibly hollow that felt.
I know what you're saying.
Yep.
You know, it's like I pretty much was an atheist already. I just hadn't really put it into those terms yet. I'd pretty much come to the conclusion that there wasn't really anything to religion.
For me, it was, I would, even as a kid, I would always think, if this is true, how come no one is living it? How come no one is reflecting the words that they're saying?
Yeah. Are you two going to do the sex?
How do you know we haven't already?
Oh, I know you have.
That's why she had to shut down her stream an hour before starting here. They needed time.
How you doing? Stool, you come in here and it's instantly talking about sex. How you doing?
We're all being nice. Yeah. How you doing, Stool?
I'm a good boy. I do not fall for this trick. I know that Australian Jen is a naughty person. I'm not going to fall for this.
We're trying to have a actual discussion of what the topic was, and we were branching off into other things. And then you came in with your stool hub and your... Are those beans? Are those bird beans?
That's the thing that never happens. I just come along and break the conversation.
Well, what May just saying here about the belief in the afterlife being dangerous, and I think, yeah, for a lot of people it is. First of all, I think without the belief in the afterlife, I think there'd be a lot more people who would find the courage to commit suicide.
Yeah, I don't know. If you don't have belief in the afterlife and you're going to commit suicide, then it really is the end, though, isn't it?
Having been on that road, sometimes you don't care if it's the end.
That's right. So,
well,
yeah. So I don't know that it would actually make any difference at all.
I was gonna say that too, because I'm gonna darken the chat here. I'm so sorry, but I have suicidal thoughts all day long. When I'm sober, and I know it's the end, and I still have those thoughts. You know, I still think a lot of the time. You know, why don't I just get this bullshit over with now? You know, it's just suffering, and. Why not just fucking end it? So it almost, I don't know. I mean, whether you believe in an afterlife or not can affect things for you. I think part of it too is it keeps me from doing it too, because I know it's the end. I know I'm not like just shuffling off the body and just going to paradise. Otherwise, I might do it.
Yeah, exactly, because there's nothing beyond the mortal coil, as they say. That's what happened to me. Is I purposely overdosed, died, my brain shut off, and when I came back, to, I kind of had a talk with myself, because when it's over, it's over. Like, I remember getting the paddles put on my chest, and then I woke up in a hallway, and I always laugh. I still tell this story because the nurse, he threw his clipboard because I was in a hallway with all the people that had OD'd and died that day, because where I was in Portland, and it wasn't a rare thing.
Oh.
And so after that, I kind of like, it completely changed my view on things. And it's not to say that I still don't wake up and I'm like, fuck, another day, especially with the lockdown. It feels like every day I open my eyes, it's the same thing every day,
I wonder if anybody has ever seen, I cannot bloody remember the name of the movie, but it's a fairly recent one, just a few years old. Robert Redford's in it, and they actually find scientific evidence of an afterlife, and like it starts with a sort of preview of like it was 10 years ago or whatever, and they found this evidence, and the scientist presents his evidence, and it has its initial effects, but then the rest of the movie's like 10 years later, and the suicide count is up to like 80 million or something like that, because once people learned that there was an afterlife, people just started knocking themselves off left and right.
The Catholic Church outlawed suicide. I can't remember what century it was, because there were cults that would throw themselves off of cliffs because they were going to meet Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm going to get really pissed off now because I'm in the UK and I can't get a delivery.
Why?
So that's the rules. So, firstly, Riemann, your new mic, you're sounding really awesome.
Oh, thank you.
That is a really nice audio.
I don't have to yell like I used to.
When you're being racist again, I will talk to you about this microphone that you've got, because you sound really good.
I am a complete racist according to Stool. But to be fair,
why you like Formula One and you like NASCAR?
I do wear I grew up watching NASCAR. I wear a Richard Petty shirt just to troll people, because I know more about his career than the average person who would wear a Richard Petty t-shirt.
That's such a petty thing to do.
Say, along the same lines, if I prefer specters to ghosts, am I a wraithist?
Oh, I'm writing that one down. Oh, I'm writing that one down. Dog,
that's a Doc Fearsome original, baby.
Oh, you're bringing us back up. You're bringing us back up. Babe. We needed that one.
Hey,
Still call me racist again.
Will, put your face to the camera.
I can't.
Bigger. Make it bigger.
Okay, I'll do this. How about that?
Okay.
No, you dick.
No, you're
I know. I'm being a dick. No, because it always ends in something terrible.
Microraptor's asking, why are you a racist?
Yeah, you know
because
what?
I have a different opinion than Stool.
Will is the biggest racist ever. He's such a massive racist. I hate him so much.
Stool, you know I love it when you call me racist.
He hates me because
it's
I'm
like
a white
foreplay,
boy.
isn't it? Do you do this with all your lovers, Stool? Do they sit there in bed with you going, call me racist, call me a racist,
I'm just wondering if the people in the UK have caught on yet that the Brexit vote was heavily promoted by the members of the EU.
Yeah.
So let's go back to the important part. You can't get a delivery? Is your lockdown that hardcore?
I'm really pissed off with you, Will, because your audio is so nice. I hate you. I literally hate you.
Ox, how's it going,
And
Ox?
he can actually order a pizza because they're not locked down that hard.
I'm not allowed to use the C word, but Will, you see. Fuck, you sound good tonight.
Well, thank you. Thank you, C word. Thank you.
Now we know why Stool isn't on camera, because there's a bit of this going on because of your voice.
This is what I really sound like. I'm supposed to talk like this, but I'm yelling all the time as a parent and just a loudmouth. But really, I'm supposed to
Yeah, but don't talk like that to anybody but me, because that's way too sexy.
Deal. How you doing, Ox? How you do it? How you do it?
Oh, Ox, I reflect that sentiment a lot. Why be racist? All humans are terrifying.
You know,
Hey,
Yeah.
How you doing?
How you doing?
No, I said, who you doing?
Ooh, I'm doing you. But on the lines of that, I live by a Slayer line. It says, "You can't tear that out of me." Oh, they basically say that they hate everyone equally. There's no such thing as race. They just hate everyone equally. Too much Slayer will just get. I actually got a speeding ticket, and I had to slow down because I love Slayer on the freeway and driving really fast.
Yeah, I've run into this too, that in the fetish community, some people feel the N-word is okay in some fantasy contexts and that.
Oh, they have Confederate porn in both directions, where it's like a black woman wearing a Confederate shirt. Don't ask me how I know this. or they have there's all kinds of weird porn like that.
If you can think of something, that's probably porn for it.
Oh, seriously.
Yeah, it's okay against gingers because they have no souls.
Poor gingers.
Well, I had my soul surgically removed in 1987, so
I sold mine to rock and roll in 1989, so
yeah, that's why he can't get over here quicker, because he can't sell his soul to get a ticket on.
I sold my soul to the devil. Boy, was he pissed when he read the fine print where it said no returns.
Yeah. I know I'm accused of being a Satanist so much, I still can't play the fiddle. If I sold my soul to the devil, I would have a violin and sing that annoying Charlie Daniels song. I would.
Well, the devil went down to Georgia.
You are not. You know what? You're gonna. About 2 years from now, you're gonna be like, I hate your hillbilly music. Because I love like a lot of like gut bucket down home country. A lot of the old
went
stuff.
down to Georgia.
I love that song. I love that song.
I like a lot of country music, but just because I can understand the words, you know, and I like something that tells a story.
Absolutely. I listen to a lot of Johnny Horton for that very reason. A lot of Johnny Horton. Sink the Bismarck will make you cry. It's a good.
Yep.
That's a. Oh, and there's too many Johnny Horton songs. Too many. Marty Robbins, Big Iron on Big Iron on your hip. Big Iron on his hip. Too many good songs.
You are so good.
There are some great country and western songs.
I know that that last one you said, Will. I know that one from Fallout New Vegas.
No, because I grew up hillbilly. When I hear that, like, because my son plays that, I'm the old guy who will walk in my son's room and I'm like, do you know where that song came from? Do you know? Like, he could care less. He just likes it because it's on his video game.
Most people only know Lauren Green from, you know, either the old Bonanza series or the original Battlestar Galactica. But he actually released 4 albums.
Really?
Yeah, he's actually quite a good country singer.
That's like Steve Martin. If you haven't heard him play the banjo, Steve Martin is amazing.
I've heard him do dueling banjos.
He's amazing.
Fucking amazing.
Absolutely. Like, I never knew he had so much talent until I got on YouTube and boredly typed in Steve Martin one day and discovered that man can play the banjo. I have one behind me. That's an actual real banjo, but I have a 6-string too. Steve Martin, he can actually play.
He can, yeah.
Wow, did I kill the conversation with country music? I'm sorry.
Yeah, you
No, we were going for a bit there.
I know. I'm being.
Yeah,
I was. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I've just never been able to play any kind of musical instrument. That's something I've always felt, you know, kind of cheated on, that I just don't have the ear for it.
It's one of those things where I refuse to give up. and it took me a while, but the first time I actually hit a real note is when I got hooked. Because for a while I was just picking and grinning on my banjo, and then when I actually played a real note is when I started caring about it. And I'm totally ripping this off from Doctor Who, but like it only takes a certain amount of hours and you can do anything. So if you stick at something for a certain amount of hours, you can learn anything.
No. No, that's definitely not true. I can't say to what degree the autism comes into that, but I just don't process things the way other people do, so I don't learn things the same way.
I'm the same way. I get super ADD. This room is a million unfinished projects.
There are different parts of our brains that are better at doing certain things than others. So I think there probably is a good case for there are some things that some of us just aren't going to learn easily, whereas other people will find it easy.
True.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
are we going to get in trouble for playing this?
Yeah, I'm going to get copyright strike for that.
No, you won't. Trust me.
No, we're not on your stream, Stool.
Yeah.
Where it's
yes, I will. They're going to recognize Kermit the Frog, and I'm going to get copyright strike.
And Disney are renowned for doing it. They are absolutely dreadful.
Actually, Disney no longer owns the Muppets.
Oh wow!
Jim Henson's family was quite upset with the way they handled them, and they somehow managed to get the rights back.
Really?
Wow.
That's why Sesame Street is now on HBO.
I wondered about that because they're advertising massively for that.
Yeah. No, that's been a couple of years ago that they found some loophole in the contract that they were able to get control back again.
Good. At least Disney can't own everything.
No shit.
Yeah, because like the Muppets Treasure Island was like the last thing Disney produced with the Muppets.
Wow.
I totally hate you.
Oh, that's not true.
I'm literally playing something that you cannot get a copyright strike from. And you won't let me do it.
Stool, your channel is like that place in Tijuana out in the desert that literally has no laws.
Yeah, my channel is shit, so...
No, I love your channel.
You're a fucking racist, dude. You're a racist.
Aw. We'll put an electronic border
Dark
up for
Country,
you.
we'll have to check that one out.
Yeah, that sounds interesting. And anybody familiar with the True Blood series? The show. It was on HBO, I think.
I never got into it, but I'm familiar with the show.
Yeah, the theme song to that is very interesting. Whenever I first heard that, I thought, if there could be goth country, that's probably what that would sound like.
Oh, that's awesome. When I was younger, I used to listen to this this band called Mojo Nixon and the Toad Lickers, and it was kind of psychobilly.
That sounds familiar somehow.
He put out quite a few albums. He's been around for a long time, and he talks trash about he talks about how machines aren't music, about how if you're not playing an instrument, you're not in a band. It's literally psychobilly because he can play, but he's talking trash the whole time.
Oh yeah, he wouldn't like Aphex Twin.
But,
that's like a dude and his computer.
It's hard for I try to keep an open mind with new age stuff because I like a lot of new age music too, but I'm big on instruments. I'm big.
I found a citation here. In 2004, Henson sold the Muppets and the associated trademarks, as well as the series Bear in the Big Blue House, to the Walt Disney Company, but retains but retains the remainder of the characters, programs, library, and assets. As of 2019, Brian, Lisa, Cheryl, and Heather Henson maintain control of the company.
I think there's also an unwritten rule. You are... I think, I could be wrong, but I think you are allowed, if you're sexy, to play that video. Kermit.
Oh, so I can play it.
I think you're allowed to do it. I think it's copyright free.
What is it?
I doubt it, but go.
I'm so gonna... No. Oh god, it's a
So
lovely
you
song.
know you made a career out of getting your stream shut down.
I know, it's kind of my... It's my thing. I wasn't prepared for this.
Steve Martin, he's a ripper. He is a ripper on the banjo.
You know, he's really fucking good on the banjo.
Absolutely. I was shocked.
He's really fucking good.
He's one of those people that actually has a talent. He's actually a talented person.
He's insanely talented. You know
Classically
what?
trained, as we used to say.
I'm a huge fan of the Steve Martin comedy. But also...
he's brilliant.
The Man with Two Brains was dreadful, though.
But The Jerk...
shockingly bad movie.
But The Jerk is still one of my... Like, I love that movie.
The Jerk is awesome.
Oh, I love The Jerk.
Classic.
Oh.
And I loved him as the dentist in Little Shop of Horrors.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I still have that. I still have that. That's a great movie as well.
It is a great movie.
I don't think we're legally allowed to laugh at Steve Martin. But I think we're not allowed. But you know what?
Not anymore. He got real flack for Walk Like an Egyptian being racist.
Oh, fuck me.
So as a person of color, I think it's horrible that people go in the past.
Whoa.
And they go, I know, call me racist. Hey, call me racist.
Well, that is so racist. As a person of color, you're such a racist.
As a gatekeeping racist, it bothers me how people go in the past to make themselves angry. Yeah. I posted a John Wayne shirt like 2 or 3 months ago, and I lost like 15 followers. That's why I recently posted it again, just to see what would happen. It's so weird when people go in the past to cancel people. Like they're dead. They don't care. And or even like stuff Steve Martin did. It's come and gone. He could care less. He's rich. He's playing his banjo in his mansion.
Well, and I hate the idea that like old TV shows and movies are being made not available because, you know, there were things that they were okay with at the time that they realize now aren't good. I don't think we should bury these. I think people should continue to watch them because it's good to start the conversation about why did they think that was okay and why did we think it isn't now?
Absolutely.
I've got a very big soft spot, and I'm going to see my doctor about that. But I've got a very big soft spot for Steve Martin. I think he's hilarious.
And apparently, it's getting bigger. It's getting harder all the time, isn't it?
This is
well,
true.
Soft stools aren't good.
They have a pill for that as well.
Jeff.
Hey, Jeff.
How's it going?
Oh no!
How are you even awake, Jeff?
You're pulling an all-nighter.
I think Steve Martin is hilarious. I really do.
He is.
He's got
brilliant.
He's got a special thing that I don't think that other people can replicate.
Is Steve's special thing soft as well?
I was gonna say something too.
I'm kind of weirded out now because Jeff's here, so I'll just keep my weird. I'm going to shut up.
Oh yeah.
If
How's
Jeff's
it going?
Apologise.
If Jeff's on the whiskey again, I'm out of here.
Yeah, I apologise on behalf of my nation for Stool.
Jeff Stool.
I'm drinking. I'm on cups of tea still.
I would dearly like to be into the whiskey for everything that's happened in the last 36 hours, but I've got to run this thing, so I can't do that now.
Yeah,
Although we've got quite a sizable audience for the late night show here.
Awesome.
Here's the thing. I'm a latecomer. That's what she said. So you know, you guys and girls have been really good. You've not mentioned the T word for the last 10 minutes. So
you know what?
Tits.
Oh, tits.
Tuesday.
I got two of them.
I'm trying to be a good.
Doesn't
boy.
everybody?
Yeah, but mine are bigger than yours.
Not by much, though.
Yeah, mine are embarrassingly flat.
To be honest, Doc, if yours are nearly as big as mine, I'm a bit worried for you.
Well, okay. I think I just have a little testosterone or whatever.
I know.
No, I've had gynecomastia since puberty.
Turning my cam off because when Australian Jen talks about her tits, I get a bit excited.
Oh, you stop being a soft stool.
Hard stool isn't good either.
Well, she's pretty bad when I say we'll see my tits. I think everyone's seen my tits. If you haven't, go and watch the video.
Well, I haven't.
Why?
I don't need
to.
to.
Not seen that video, Doc. I'll have to do a video on self-breast examination as well, and that way.
Of course, Stool came back. We're talking boobs. Stool's back. I'm gonna get some more coffee. I'll be right back.
Hi, Nerdy. What's Nerdy doing? Why are all you pommies up? You should be in bed asleep.
Because we'd normally be getting up to go to work now, but it's locked down.
Yeah, I was going to say, is it late or is it
you're up
early?
for night, Jeff.
Yeah, it's 6:45 in the morning here.
Are you going to have sleeper after this?
But why the hell
Probably,
would anybody be
I-
awake at 6:45 in the morning?
Normal time I get up is about 5, so...
I've got another stream after this. I'll end up sitting in this chair most of the day.
Is it moist?
Yeah,
yeah, because it's hot.
I have
Purple,
no regular sleep schedule, but
don't worry, I have underwear on. Otherwise, I'd stick to it.
Purple, I get off work at 7 in the morning, our time.
Yeah. I did that for a few years. I was third shift on computer operations.
It's warm enough that if I thought I'd get away with it, I'd take my top off.
I did put in the disclaimer about there being, adult material in this, so.
It wouldn't be the first time I've said Will and I do date nights using StreamYard so we can watch movies together and things. It wouldn't be the first time I've sat here virtually naked. Because it's been hot.
Yeah, you people are just lucky that I don't use a camera.
I was going to say, it's those kinds of movies, is it?
No, not those kind of movies. It's just hot. It's summer here. And we're in a heat wave at the moment. Most of the last few days have all been over 40 degrees. So,
well, ouch.
Yeah. So it's not been fun.
Oh, crap.
So it will like it. He likes it hot.
The serious question again: if the fires calm down out near,
not all of them. But the ones near me are all out and under control. So I'm not worried for me.
Yeah, because you were in danger of being evacuated at one time, weren't you?
Oh yeah. The fronts of the fire was less than 2 kilometers from my house.
Hmm.
I couldn't see the flames because of the other houses were in the way, but yeah. Had the winds changed direction, I would have had to have shifted. So I was ready for that. Will knows how bad it was because we were on the phone and I'm going, hey, there's fire.
It was close. It was extremely close.
A couple of months ago, Dick Dawson was in that situation up in Canada that the wildfires were going. And
That's weird to say that about Canada.
Yeah, but they were like less than a mile and a half from his house, and just he was watching for weeks because if the wind shifted, they figured they were going to have to bug out.
Mm. Is that still the same packet, or is that another packet?
Are you talking about this?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
No,
a lot of popcorn.
It takes me, excuse me, it takes me weeks to get through this.
Is that the same one you got out at Christmas, though?
No. I just recently I've gone to the store.
Okay.
I just don't mess around. I make sure I have it in my house at all times. And plus, I go to the grocery store high, which is the worst thing that you can do. So I come home and I'm almost embarrassed at the things I buy because I go there. My eyes are usually bigger than my stomach.
That looks like about 5 bags of microwave popcorn fitted into there.
Oh, this is an American portion, so it's
so hot,
obscenely huge. It's huge.
Yeah, if you go to the grocery store when you have the munchies, you go bankrupt.
Oh, that's nice and cool.
Well, I try to, stay within budget, but I go insane. Like last week, my son and we got this giant box of 36 pretzels. Like, I've been making cornbread. I get ridiculous when I go to the grocery store. But, cornbread...
Sorry about the noise from the fan, but I had to turn it up. I said 40 degree heat. It is really hot here.
Excuse me, and it's...
I actually had to make cornbread once in doing home economics at school, but it was like trying to find anywhere that sold cornmeal. Because
that is a diet bag.
I was going to say single serving size.
In America, we have insane portions of food. But honestly, Jeff, do you guys eat a lot of cornbread in the UK?
No, but we had to do. It was a project we had to do in home economics where we had to make an American dishes and tasked with cornbread, and it was like finding anywhere in the UK that actually sold cornmeal. It's not very widely.
Oh, that's funny.
I think Holland and Barrett were about the only place that sold it. So,
Nerdy Rodent, you've never had cornbread? This is a sheltered American just asking questions.
Think of it. It's a bit like a sponge cake, only with corn rather than flour, sort of in a way.
I agree, and I'm getting hungry just thinking about me. The reason I like that, it's cheap and it's easy to make. I've been making a lot of cupcakes and cakes, but it's because I'm locked in the house, so I get bored.
I hope that sponge cake isn't made from real sponges. Oh.
I just realized I turned my video off and not my mic. Sorry about that.
Oh dear.
Yes, I'm hot. Not that sort of hot either. I'm hot as in it's bloody hot here. And I'll be very careful not to lean back.
You're hot thermally, not aesthetically.
Yeah. Well, I might be. I'm sure Will would think I'm hot aesthetically as well, but
I think
he's biased, so.
I'm extremely biased. Stool, where'd you go? This is your moment right now, Stool. This is what you've been waiting. This is what you've been waiting. He'll be back in 10 seconds. He'll be back.
Well, you can see where the bra strap was digging into my shoulder.
According to I'm a family of 4.
And he shall appear.
Exactly. Like I said, give him 10 seconds.
He wants to learn how to juggle.
You haven't said pervert yet. It's not. So For my school, my stool bingo card, I need to be called a racist pervert, and you have to make fun of me because I can't say emu.
Shall I say the word that I can't say, or will that get get Purple Stream taken down?
So it's Nugart. What is it?
You do not pronounce the T.
No, but when it comes out of your mouth, it sounds.
Still, you're muted.
It's offensive when you
say
it.
You're muted.
When you say it, it sounds like
another N word.
Yeah, exactly.
No, Will, no. Don't say the N word.
Stool,
Will thinks when I say nougat, it sounds like another word.
You know what? It's not that it sounds like I had you on speaker. I was walking down the hall and I stopped dead in my tracks when you said it. And Isaiah and I giggled like little kids because it sounded like the N-word. When you said it, it sounds racist.
But you don't pronounce the T in nougat. You don't.
Oh, wow.
I'm familiar with this story. And, I literally cried my eyes out yesterday when Will told me about this story. I would never in my life ever use that word, ever. But he made me laugh. Yeah,
it sounded like something else. I rarely stop in my tracks. I am so desensitized to this entire world. And when Jen said that, I was like, "What did I say?" I said, "Hey, can you say that again?"
You asked me 3 times, and I'm not at home. I'm out in public, walking through a hospital, and Will's asking me to repeat this word.
Saying the N-word. It just, it's lost. It's our. We're speaking different English. That's all. It gets lost in the translation. If you said it out loud, in certain parts of my neighborhood, you would get me punched in my face.
So Americans pronounce the T.
Yeah, yes, they do.
What I'm learning here.
On the commercials, even creamy nougat.
Yeah, exactly.
You see, because I never learned to pronounce it with the T. I don't know whether that's a regional thing or not. What? Okay, so the 2 British people on the thing.
It's
Britain, do you pronounce it with the T or not?
The T.
Well, the British do everything with T.
With the T. Okay, so it's an Australian thing to drop the T off the end. Okay, that might be because the other N word doesn't have the same history in our country, so it was never a problem.
It just, you know what? It's not even an issue. It just makes me laugh.
Let's just say, I'm glad there's nobody released the brands of it called "What's Up, My Nougat."
Oh, you know what? People will say, "What's up, my ninja?" So when I hear that, I'm like, "Ooh, that's borderline."
Yeah,
that's borderline.
Can I just be racially sensitive here?
Probably not, but you can try.
No, I'm not going to be. Listen.
And you laugh because you know it's true too.
This is the thing. Will, you're the biggest big nougat.
That's King Nougat to you. I can't even say it properly now.
Change my fucking name.
I will never say Big Nougat. Oh, see, now it sounds racist coming out of my mouth. Oh, man. I'm sorry. I'm going to get this shut down. I should have never told the story.
And you were worried about the Stool getting this taken down for a copyright strike.
But to be fair, it's Australian English in my, in my American English ear.
It's an Australian thing, obviously. So I'm going to have to be aware of that next time I come to the US. That if I fancy some nougat, people are going to think something else of me.
You're going to have like 5 dudes running at you saying, "Hey." Hey.
How
you do it?
And then I'll just point to Will and I go, I've already got my nougat.
Now you have to say, "What's up, my nougat?" You have to say it.
What's up, my nougat?
Oh, see.
Oh no!
I think you're gonna get me. I'm already canceled, so it's not like.
I just point out we are like wrecking Purple's channel right now.
Nougat. See, nougat.
There you go. Still doesn't sound right, but whatever.
Oh my gosh!
Justify it all you want. Justify it all you want. Still sounds like a fist fight waiting to happen.
Still sounds like a fist fight
waiting to happen.
Hey. Will.
Maybe my nickname for you is just going to have to be Nougat from now on.
I need to talk to Will.
Merch.
All of you be quiet. I need to talk
you're going to get me so
Will.
Canceled. You're going to get me. I am going to be the jerk.
I just say if you go into like a candy store, you're going to have to be careful how you use the words nougat and fudge.
Oh, not in LA. They'll kick you out. If you say the word wrong, they'll get the hell out of here.
I'm gonna say you're gonna be careful how you say that word and where you might apply the word fudge as well.
I need air. Oh, I need air. Oh, yeah. That would get me beat up. That would get me jumped. That would get me
jumped. If you say it in the southern states, they might make you run for office.
Yeah, you'll make friends.
I am going to say this.
Godless nougat. See, I can't even say it right now.
Hey.
Godless nougat. Oh, yeah.
I should switch my third one to that instead of the improper one I had on my other one.
You'll have to spell it the right way, though, so you don't get in lots of trouble.
I'm already canceled by now, so it's okay. I'll take the hit. Say it still. You haven't said it yet.
I'm going to have to start saying that Will's my chewy nougat.
Ooh.
Hey, babe. You're such a chewy nougat.
You are going to get us so canceled.
She just wants to suck the cream out.
Ooh. You don't even have to ask for that one. Mm.
We are all getting so cancelled for this.
Do you think we're going to get cancelled, Jeff?
The guys from the UK are both turning red right now. The Americans are like, whatever.
And I'm laughing myself silly.
Yeah, my first broadcast to 2021, and we'll get my channel deleted.
Listen, if we're going to get Purple cancelled, I'm going to do it big style because I'm getting notifications right now on Song Pop.
Why am I surrounded in testosterone again? Somebody else hop in here.
Hey, don't blame me for testosterone. I hardly have any.
Oh, that's true, Herbs.
This is so damn sad.
Me neither.
I'm getting notifications now. I need to go and play Song Pop.
Andrew, save me.
Well, we got seats open if anybody else wants to come in here.
FTR,
I got the paid version now, so we can have 10 people in here.
Awesome.
FTR, I'm the only person who did not say the N-word.
Yeah, but you put it in your nick.
Unlike Will, I'm not a fucking racist. Will, you are such a fucking racist.
Complete racist. You've never seen me and the leader of the Proud Boys in the same place at the same time.
Fucking hate you.
No, he sadly is my color. Like every time I see that guy, I'm like, I just want to give him a hug and be like, what happened to you? What happened to you in your life where you wanted to start a white power organization? Him and I are the exact same color. I want to talk to that guy and be like, what happened? Who hurt you? Who hurt you that you wanted to start a...
Will, you are so obsessed about color.
I am.
You're a racist. You're a fucking racist.
Let's be honest. The guy, the leader of the Proud Boys, He is a bit like Uncle Ruckus, really, isn't he? You know,
he is out of his mind.
He is so Uncle Ruckus.
He is damn right. He is out of his damn mind. Far from you.
Bad, okay, Randolph.
I'm bored now, so excite me. Come on, excite me.
Is that what we're
doing? Okay.
Oh, I know you're from the UK. You're demanding entertainment.
I need fun. Listen, it's fucking whatever o'clock. 7
in the morning. Yeah, I was about to say.
So excite me. Bring me joy.
You know, we do need something because we've been talking about.
That's joy.
There's joy for me.
They're very.
I'm sorry, Purple. I apologize for that. You will get cancelled if I go too far. I legitimately am only strict because it is exceptionally hot.
I agree with Ox. I only play up the color thing because Stool is constantly calling me a racist. But I agree with Ox.
I don't have stripping streams for Will because I can do that outside of stream.
Color doesn't matter.
No,
I'll say one thing, Will.
How you doing?
How you doing?
I do love this mic because I don't have to scream into it like my other one. How you doing? So, I am racist against Smurfs. I saw the Blue Man Group in Vegas. They were amazing.
Didn't James Cameron make a movie about racism against Smurfs?
Yep. Hey, Neil.
Hi, Neil.
This is so weird. I'm wearing 7 leathers. Leathers? No, that's not right. I'm wearing 7 layers of clothes. I'm so cold. An Australian Jen is naked. This world is fucked.
It really is freezing here. It is absolutely freezing here.
You want some heat sent your way because I'll gladly send you a few degrees. It is a tad hot here.
Could I borrow 2 degrees, please?
How many?
Just 2.
Just 2. Yeah. That's not enough. I have to send some to Will as well.
Just 2 degrees should just about get us up to freezing temperature. So
hey, it's 51 here. And to a Californian, that's I'm wearing a leather coat with a vest on. It's cold
I can send you some degrees. Although Will and I have this plan of avoiding Australia's coldest months by going to the US during them.
Yeah, if you came here, you wouldn't notice the difference in the weather, anyways.
No, it'd be the same.
Yeah, we pretty much have the same weather.
We get to the end of we get into spring. Yeah, we get into autumn here, and it's just starting to get cold. And let's go to the US for 6 weeks, and we're back in a 40-degree heat.
Oh, it gets so hot here; it's unreal.
Yeah,
but I'm used to it.
40 degrees. For those in America who don't know, 40 degrees is 100 degrees Fahrenheit.
I hate all of you. So what I need to do is Purple and Australian Jen and Sewing.
Yeah.
Could you each donate? I'll do a GoFundMe. Could you each donate 1 degree to me and Jeff?
Yeah. Well,
please?
where I am
now,
I
can donate a couple of degrees to each of you because it's so fucking hot here.
Where I'm at now, 40 degrees
that's fine, and they'll get down to about. If I can get down to about 35 degrees here, I'd be really happy. So you can have what's that? That's 2.5 degrees each. That should be plenty.
So is it like dry heat you got, or is it just humid as hell as well?
Oh, it's humid now. It's humid now.
Purple. What's it's got to be freezing where you are. Purple, is it?
Yeah. Well, yeah. For January in Minnesota, 40 degrees Fahrenheit would be considered a heat wave.
It's 51 here, so I know it's
generally
freezing.
From November to March, we never get above freezing.
Yikes! That's why
you can have our temperature, Neil. It's 40 degrees where I am Celsius. So that's 100 degrees Fahrenheit.
That's why I
And
moved
it's
back
been
to
like
Southern
that for a couple of
California.
days. Will's heard me complain about it for a couple of days. How fucking hot it's been.
Oh, see,
Well,
Neil,
see, we get that at the end of July that we're in the triple digits Fahrenheit.
you know, I never
Yeah,
realized how much of a desert dweller I was till I went to Alaska, and I realized I would die during their winter. I only lasted 4 years in Portland, Oregon, until I was like, I can't handle this weather at all anymore, and came back to Southern California.
You realize not all deserts are hot.
No, I know. I prefer prefer the heat.
Yep. But the actual definition of a desert is someplace with very sparse life. So technically, an Arctic tundra is a desert.
True. Well, then we're a desert twice because there's not much life. Lots of people, but not much life here.
Yeah. The good news is tomorrow is only 29 degrees Celsius, so that'll be a nice change.
Yeah, which
will actually suck because I've actually got time to go to the beach tomorrow, and I don't today. So
Stool is so mad.
To go to the beach.
We got lots.
I need to find a nudie beach. That's what I need to find.
We got lots of life here. Whether it's intelligent life or not, it's up for debate.
True.
This is so depressing because I'm multitasking, and I'm trying to find a place that will deliver at this ungodly hour.
Jeff, there's a real easy way to tell if it's intelligent life. Does it avoid the humans?
Yeah, that's true.
That's why we haven't met any aliens. They're avoiding us.
No,
I'd avoid this too.
Yes,
if an alien, think about this though. If an alien ship came to our planet, what's the first thing they would see? Our trash. All the crud we've threw. No, all the crud we've threw that's floating around our planet. We are trash monkeys. We have thrown so much trash into space that is following us. It's not even funny. I wouldn't want to come to this planet either.
Well, I mean, in reality, you say that, but the amount of stuff we've actually put into space compared to the size of the actual planet.
No, I know.
So you wouldn't even really see that. The first thing they'd see is this bluish tinted planet that they, unless of course they were listening to radio signals, they wouldn't even know there was anyone on it. Because contrary to popular belief, unless of course it's nighttime and you can see all the lights, you actually can't tell that humans have built anything on the planet because nothing is visible from space that we've made, apart from our cities because of all the lights.
True. I just like my trash monkeys analysis.
I know
what our
do.
species. I just like calling our species trash monkeys because
I know. I'll make you feel better about it later.
They are avoiding us, but it has nothing to do with the trash. The Galactic Alliance has already sent observers down, and they're not coming down here until we stop having wars. Because if we're willing to kill people who look exactly like us, how can any other sentient species feel safe here?
Yeah.
Neil's trying to persuade you to come on his channel. Okay.
I'm down. I have one hell of a deconversion story. I'm down.
Yeah, actually, Will's story is actually really cool. So, yeah.
Oh,
hit him up.
Neil, you haven't met Will before.
Yeah.
I'm on the tweeters. I'm definitely down. Stool, I love how unimpressed you are with everything. It just makes my evening of how unimpressed you are.
I find you all immensely boring.
Oh, that's just horrible.
But here's the thing. I've just found a thing that will deliver me food now, so I'm multitasking.
Well, it is business hours where you live.
It is a little early for Domino's, though.
I found a good place, Jeff. I found a good place that will deliver me food at whatever.
I've linked you up on Twitter, Neil, with Will, so you should be able to find him easy.
Awesome.
Sorry, Stool. I was so rude then. I apologize.
No, this is a good story because these people love Stool and they're polite to Stool.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
They know that he's entertaining the masses.
Yeah.
Holding court.
Whatever.
Holding something.
No,
I found listen, Jeff. I found a really good place on Just Eat that will deliver food to me, and it says it will do it in 20 minutes.
Good. That's good.
I won't gripe about it being 51, considering it's cold where everybody else lives. And Jen lives in the future, so of course it's hot. I
do. Yeah, that's why it's hot. That's why I'm hot.
You are hot.
This can't be real. 20 minutes? You're shitting me. 20 minutes? No.
Stool's going to fade away to nothing whilst he waits for food.
Oh, Australian Jen. Listen, the thing is, they've got milkshakes and all kinds of sexy stuff. I want a raspberry ripple milkshake. Oh, I want that.
It depends.
Now, you see, I could get one of those, pour it on my tits, and have Will look it off.
Oh, you're such a pervert.
There's bingo. Finally, you said pervert. Bingo.
We've been working on it for ages. We've been trying to get you to say it.
You're just perverts.
You forgot racist perverts as well.
Racist
we've got to get to that one.
You beat me because I had spatula hands on my bingo card.
It would be kitty to be a party.
I miss spatula hands and mermaids. It's better than all the crap that's been going on. Let's talk about mermaids and spatula hands and Star Trek Online.
Let's not.
Did you just say spatula hands?
That's what made Stool famous.
Oh, spatula hands. It's like a special version of Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wasn't there a version of that called Edward Penis Fingers?
Or the tiny... see, I have a huge hand. Or the tiny hand.
Trump.
Hi, Jenny. How you doing?
Hi, I'm all right.
Fancy meeting you here.
I fell asleep.
Someone had to say that
That's
word,
understandable.
didn't they?
Which word?
The T word.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know it was banned.
It wasn't. We just hadn't got there yet. We've managed to avoid talking about it so far.
Okay, I'll behave.
You don't have to behave. You
As
can
long as you don't mute anybody this time.
It's fine. It's fine. We'll edit it in post.
Oh yeah, who can I toss out on this group?
The problem is, if you're going to get serious about it, I'm probably going to have to get dressed again. And then
my God!
Holy fuck! Put on some clothes, bitch. I wasn't even looking. Holy cow!
Listen,
Randolph,
guys, can you
Randolph,
all
that is poor. That is really poor.
I've got a problem.
Oh, Count Spatula.
Yeah, the side chat is getting Randolph for that one.
I love dad jokes, and that's even whoa. I might write that down just to get thrown out of somewhere.
The one thing that I have a problem with my onesie is that I can't get to my credit card. So I need to now find the last 3 digits.
You said onesie, I pictured mankini, and I was going to say, where the hell are you storing your credit card?
No, I actually have this problem with my coveralls because I'll put my coveralls on over my clothes, and then I'll have to reach for my wallet.
Hi, Jen.
Hi.
Naked stream. Yay!
Oh, okay. For future reference, Australian Jen. I always forget, but the last 3 digits are 756. Okay.
Still, you don't even know.
The rest of them?
Still, you need to. See, Purple put himself in the.
I wanted to be between the naked ladies.
Purple gets it. See, Purple totally gets
Don't call me a lady.
Purple totally gets it.
Well, are you cold though, Jenny? I mean, I strip naked because it's 40 degrees, which is 100 degrees Fahrenheit.
It's about 65 in here.
Yeah, that's a bit cold.
Yeah, it's like what, 18?
Oh, shit.
19?
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
It's slightly on
you
the
can
chilly
poke
side.
somebody's eye out in those sort of temperatures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, stop it.
Well, if you don't have
my
a
God.
mask handy,
All the naked ladies, all the naked ladies, all the naked ladies, all the naked ladies. Take your tops off and bras off.
I knew it was going to be that kind of shit.
Everybody in chat, are you naked? Everybody should
Randolph
get naked in
started
chat.
telling his dad jokes.
Now, if Stool took his top off and Will takes his top off, we could have we could say this is a completely topless stream.
I have been doing push-ups. I have been doing push-ups.
Looking at who else in the audience, I want Randolph to get naked.
I've done it.
Oh, Randolph, you've got to get in now and you've got to take your top off.
No. He can stay out. He just got to get naked.
You know when you accidentally click on something?
Yes, I know about that.
Yeah, I know you do, but oh crap! I've now got to stay alert because I've ordered food. Oh dear!
I have been to Florida, Kitty. I know what Florida's like. It is, yeah. I would say Florida's a lot like where I am in Australia.
I have lots of friends in Florida. I would love to visit, but God damn,
not as in the people there, but I mean the temperature.
No, the southern humidity is hot here, but it's a dry heat. Are we really talking about the weather? The southern humidity it's unreal.
When it's humid here, it's like it is in Florida. But normally Perth is more like California. It's not humid, but today's humid, and that sucks.
Yeah, that's gross. I went to Texas one time in February, and it was humid. It just depends on where you go, I guess.
Yeah, my cousin lives down in Florida, and I come up with endless reasons why I will not go down there this year.
Florida.
I've done a really bad thing.
Did you order me a pizza? And I have to answer the door naked?
Here's Randolph.
Hey, Randolph! He's not naked.
Yeah, Randolph,
you kick him out.
On, you weirdo.
I'm digging your shades though. Those are awesome.
Neil gave these to me.
Those are awesome.
Yeah,
they are cool.
Neil has a pair as well.
I would love to get.
I love the fact that they look like that you've they actually look like you've done it with software.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
And then you got to take them off, and people are like, what?
Exactly. My brain. It took my brain a second. I have some orange.
Just sit there still with them on. People aren't sure at first.
Awesome. How's it going?
I've been summoned, apparently.
Yeah, but you were supposed to come naked. I mean, topless.
Oh.
Yeah, unfortunately, on tour, I haven't figured out how to do those things yet.
I would, but my nipples are indecent. They're literally this big. They might get your stream taken down. They might
have so much fun with pegs.
And I'm not scared to admit it either.
He didn't even hear that.
But I'm not important.
I'm going to have so much fun with pegs.
Okay, Randolph, how do you pronounce that?
No, why not?
Nougat? Nugget?
Okay, but it distinctively has a T.
Oh, yeah, the T is definitely there.
Yeah, see, because we say nougat.
Yeah, that came up earlier in the show.
Oh,
nougat.
You know, Jen, I think in the USA, you might want to be a little careful with that word.
Yeah, I know. You already said that to me.
I already told the story, but when she said it, I stopped dead in my tracks. I had her on speaker, and I was walking down my hallway, and I was like, say that again? Say that again.
Yeah, that's why it became more than a 20-minute discussion.
I know that's not what you're saying, but it's just, that one's going to be a touchy word in the U.S.
Especially around here.
I've told Will it's going to be my new nickname for him. I'm going to call him my nougat.
Oh my God.
Doorknob's head's logic checks out.
Canceled again.
My tasty nougat.
Jen, you really shouldn't do that. You're going to get it for that. Trust me, I'm real good at predicting these
Jenny
things.
are both free and clear by the looks of it.
Yeah, they're just tits. Relax.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm relaxed.
They're just. And
it's not like you guys can see them. We have our cameras strategically placed.
Yeah.
But my hands are too.
In San Francisco and I think Portland, it's okay to go topless. So in San Francisco and Portland, I think you can go topless at restaurants. Let me look that up.
Well, I suppose that'd be fine depending on what you're eating.
Is that something we're going to do?
Like if you're at a milk bar or something? Or
Well, I knew that there were a couple of cities who had decided it was sexual discrimination to require women to wear shirts if men didn't.
Absolutely. That's the whole reason San Francisco did it.
I think the state mottos of most of the states in the South was, at least we're not Alabama.
Oh boy. In Canada, it's been tested. There were some women who were topless in public here in my province, British Columbia, and it also happened in Ontario and at least one other province, I believe, where some women were topless and like on the beach or something, but out in public nonetheless, and they got arrested, and they fought it, and the courts decided that they were wrongfully arrested, and so we have precedent-setting cases that support our charter rights of freedom and human rights here in Canada. And one of the most important things is Section 15, that you can't be discriminated against based on all kinds of different things, including your sex. So that's how it was upheld, this freedom.
Yeah, that was the same way it happened in a couple of places in the U.S. It got tested.
You can be topless in public. So you can be topless in public anywhere in Canada, regardless of your sex.
That's awesome.
Yep.
In my hometown of Milwaukee, people think of it as a nice little stiff conservative place, and in a lot of ways it is. But it's right there next to Lake Michigan.
Is there such a thing as a stiff conservative aside from a dead one?
No, they're all actually pretty limp most of the time. They just talk a good game.
I think, Jen, they practice conceal and carry.
Oh! That's a good one.
There is a nude beach.
Assuming they've got anything to conceal.
There is a nude beach in Milwaukee people don't generally know about.
Yeah?
It's down the hill, just north of the fence that is the keep out zone for the water treatment plant. And there's a bunch of us who know where it is and how to get through the fence, and you can do a nude beaching in Milwaukee.
Cool.
So there, take that.
So have you been, Jen?
Yes,
You're asking about a stiff conservative.
Cool.
Absolutely, I
And
have.
I think they all practice
I
concealed.
did some great acid there once. Oh, it was good.
Oh dear. Would you want to be nude in Milwaukee?
Well, it depends, you know.
Don't pick on Milwaukee. It's a great city. If you haven't lived there, you don't know.
I've traveled all around America, and I've been to Milwaukee. People were nice.
Apparently, we're keeping Neil up. Maybe we better put our top back on, Jen.
I'm trying to think. The only place I've ever felt uncomfortable was like deep in the South, and that was just because people would stare and not say anything. It's the only place I ever felt. I've been to Saskatoon. I've been Vancouver. I've been all over Canada. People were nice. You know, just depends on where you go, I guess.
You put Stool back in the middle.
Is Randolph frozen?
This is a really unusual Brady Bunch for this stream.
This is
Oh, Stool's naked, huh?
Stool's naked, and there's a naked Stool.
Well, as you say, I wonder if his Just Eat order might have just turned up, you know.
Yeah, I would feel very uncomfortable in the South.
You know, I came from like it was my first time going there, and so I had a lot of stereotypes in my head, and there were certain stereotypes that were true. So by the time I got to Georgia, I was scared of the South.
Okay, Randolph.
Yeah, I keep having connection problems because I'm on wireless, and so I'm going to pop out. But thank you for summoning me.
Yep. Well, thanks
good seeing you, Randolph.
Thanks for joining us.
Nice to see you again, Randolph.
Good to see you again.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Randolph. Still looks half asleep.
I'm not asleep. I'm now actually worried. Because
About your
I
pizza.
don't like it. I don't like it when people knock on my door. So
But they have to deliver your pizza.
I'm a little bit worried. And it's not a pizza.
What did you order?
Jeff would be very proud of me.
What did you order?
You're
Not
getting a
all.
pizza because I already put that in the description.
Florida Georgia Line, I've heard of that.
We had this great Italian restaurant that, of course, would do pizza, but they would also do anything on their menu. And so you'd be able to get this great fettuccine Alfredo delivered to your door. Oh, it was so good.
You ain't getting like a full English delivered to your door, are you?
Shut up, Jeff.
Oh, that
Fuck
would
off.
be neat.
That would be weird.
You guys eat more beans than...
Well, that's why they say England stinks.
Something else that eats beans.
I think I might have accidentally ordered too many eggs.
No, I didn't want to finish my sentence because it was a bit on the, bias side.
Did it have the word nougat in it?
No, I grew up. Never mind. You guys eat a lot of beans. You guys eat beans more than certain countries that are known for them.
It's good
milkshake with beans, nerdy. Milk beans. Oh, I hate baked beans. Baked beans can go to hell as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, Jan.
I like them. I just don't understand the obsession.
They're revolting. I'd rather eat tinned spaghetti, and I'm not fond of that either.
My doctor gave me permission to start having Brussels sprouts and broccoli again. I'm so happy.
Oh my god!
I eat cauliflower.
Nothing wrong with broccoli though. I
mean,
no, I haven't been able, or I haven't been allowed to have it because of what it does to warfarin. My blood thinner. So now they're going to try to work with me and get me on a regular dosage, let's say, of cruciferous veggies, and see what it does to my warfarin and make adjustments accordingly. See if we can.
Can I just
balance
say,
it out?
In my defense, it's very difficult to get a delivery at this time of the morning.
How come you're not naked?
So fuck you. So I got bored,
Okay.
and I just clicked things. So listen, Jeff.
Bend over now, so Jenny
Jeff,
said it.
Come round to my house now and have a nice breakfast because I've just bought the fucking world.
And you're going to be passed out on stream again. When those carbs hit, you're going to pass out.
Again? What?
Again?
Oh,
when we had the stream last time, you were passed out for a while. I came back an hour later, and your avatar was still there in StreamYard. But I let you sleep because I'm peaceful.
That didn't happen.
Yes, it did. It happened before that even.
Yeah, it did.
Jeff will remember. Won't remember that night. Let's see, who was on? You, me. Oh yeah, Donna Atheist was on. I don't remember who else, but anyways, still you felt absolutely completely asleep.
I don't care.
You're just kind of laying there in the chair. You weren't even on your avatar, and you were just a little drooling out the side of your mouth. It was kind of cute.
Fuck you.
Sure, I was in that stream. I'm not sure I was.
You know what though? I eat breakfast burritos and I fall asleep every time I eat one, so I'm not judging.
Well, I don't fall asleep like that, so I am judging.
I start breathing heavy, I'm out.
maybe Stool fell asleep because we were boring the hell out of him.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Yeah.
See, now you have to say that you're. Would you say that you're not amused? Would you say that you're not amused?
Knock stuff over.
Could you say that you're not amused?
Who's not amused?
You're not amused in that fancy accent island way.
Emu.
People have started to get rewarded for having stormed the Capitol.
Yeah.
Emu.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Nougat.
Will, you're a big nougat.
Thank you. Thank you. I am creamy in the middle.
He's got a lot of cream in him.
If you bite me enough.
He shares it occasionally.
Purple, I am so sorry that we came. No, I'm going to apologize right now. I am sorry that we came on your stream and utterly and completely just became indecent this evening. I apologize.
If I wasn't feeling so burned out, I might try to do something about it, but at least you're filling the dead air.
I think that you honestly think when you had Stool in it was not going to be Stool that got your stream taken down.
Yeah, this stream was nice and on topic and everything until Stool joined.
Oh,
he brought up the racism.
We were actually on topic.
Seriously, your boyfriend is a racist.
Emu. See? It's my Southern California twang. I just can't pronounce words.
Yeah.
At least you say Dalek correctly.
Dalek.
I don't understand how say Dalek.
There are certain words that not even I can screw up.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Here we go.
Sorry.
Dude, now we got to come back from the commercial break and try it all over again.
Oh, Randolph, these jokes.
No.
Listen, seriously, I'm having a minor panic attack here.
Is that like ground beef? What do you call a cow with no legs?
Somebody's going to knock on my door and
Ground
I'm really
beef.
scared.
I want to know why Stool keeps birds in cans. I mean, aren't you meant to keep them in little cages?
They preserve better in cans.
They made a musical about that, didn't they? Make a musical about that?
What, birds in cans?
I was trying to make a Sweeney Todd joke that wasn't funny.
It was not.
I don't know. There's got to be some connection to baking the 4 and 20 blackbirds in a pie.
That was actually a children's song about the plague.
Yeah, I thought was that because I know Ring a Roses was about the plague, but
oh, maybe I have the wrong disease.
I don't know.
Is Guys and Dolls a musical about pawn shops?
Yeah, it depends. It's called Hail Britannia.
It depends on where you're from.
Oh.
Shots fired.
I was just.
Still, these colonials are so ungrateful for everything we've done for them, aren't they?
So it turns out one of the people who was featured in one of the photographs from the melee yesterday got fired today.
Good. I hope they're held accountable.
And I missed the name of the publisher. It had a book being published by Josh Hawley, one of the snotty ass congressmen who thought it was smart to be open and nasty about this whole thing. They canceled his book.
Yeah, I saw that statement.
Good.
Did you notice? Way off topic. That J.K. Rowling's publishers cancelled her new kids book because of her constantly talking about trans issues.
Oh, really?
No.
Yes.
Gee.
Oh, that's good.
They have run out of containers for cremated bodies in Los Angeles.
Whoa. Because of COVID.
Stocks go up at Ziploc.
Yeah, because it's no joke here. No joke.
Yeah, well, the coastal states on both sides, in the middle of the country, we're not hit quite as hard.
The baseball stadium was turned into like a hospital for a while. That's why I'm hiding in my house.
Yeah, well, wherever you've got a major seaport, it's an issue.
The photographer, the guy who just got fired, they tracked him down because he wore his lanyard and badge from work.
Yeah, that guy. That's like the person who robs somebody and leaves their wallet behind.
Oh, these people are so smart.
Well, and all the ones taking selfies and posting them online. I mean, you don't take pictures, you don't create evidence of your crime and then put it where everyone can see it.
And that's a funny thing. My generation was taught against self-indictments, to not tell on yourself.
Trump's store, I guess, Shopify has been closed by Shopify.
I heard about that.
Oh, so they can't buy his the new version of the brown shirts.
How long before he's got an account on Parler? It won't be long.
When Trumpy entered the parlor, you can...
I was afraid that when they canceled him on Twitter, he was going to start doing videos for TikTok.
Trump's TikTok. Oh!
Naked dancing videos of Trump. That would be puke worthy.
His TikTok would be atrocious. It would just be him yapping at the camera.
Yeah, I know he was canceled on several social media sites. I don't know.
Yeah, Facebook. He was indefinitely shut down.
Yeah, Facebook and Twitter, but I'm not sure what else.
Has Twitter
Facebook, Twitter, and
well, no, Twitter has also said indefinitely.
24 hours, I think it went to on Twitter. Indefinitely for Facebook and indefinitely for what's the other big one?
Instagram.
Instagram. That's it. Indefinitely for Instagram as well.
Well, good. That's proper.
So he is trying to start a revolution, as they called it, when they don't even know what a revolution is.
We're not committing any crime, Doorknob. Nakedity is glorious and
nerdy. I am not an alcoholic. Never you got mind. Me out of that little town in time. I would probably be an alcoholic by now if I hadn't managed to move last year.
I agree with Michael Raptor. Trump's OnlyFans would be an assault to anything sexual. I agree, Michael Raptor. And that's gonna.
Randolph writes, Purple, I heard on the radio that one of the rioters rummaging through desks at the Capitol found $10,000 in cash, but apparently none of the politicians knows anything about it. I wonder if that's true.
Let me tell you,
surprised me.
Let me tell you, even if I was a corrupt politician, I'd be looking for my 10 grand. That person shouldn't brag about it.
Get an OnlyFans.
Well, that person just guaranteed they won't be tried and convicted. As long as.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be surprised if the FBI just arrested them just for speaking up and being dumb enough to admit that they got away with it. If I found 10 grand, I wouldn't say a word.
I found $1 once and I didn't say nothing.
I've actually found lots of money. I found a $50 bill in Venice, California. I've found money all over Portland, all over Los Angeles.
I found a wallet with $60 in the park as a kid, and we turned it in at the police station, and nobody claimed it. So 90 days later, they gave it back to us.
That's awesome. That's awesome. A long time ago, I walked into a liquor store in Venice, California, and on top of I'm old, but they used to have Budweiser posters with women on them.
You're not fucking old.
And I looked at the poster, and there was a $50 bill on flopped over on it.
Wow.
I've actually found lots of money, but I skateboarded for a long time.
One time I bought a jacket at a thrift store for $10 and there was a $20 bill in the pocket.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Is Ligma going around?
I never get that. I never get that lucky. As far as like someone who's constantly going to the Goodwill.
I gotta hop off here, kids. My phone's getting hot.
All right, Doc.
Okay, Doc.
Nice,
Thanks for coming.
Have fun, TTFN.
Bye-bye.
It's off new.
Yep.
Well, I might have to hop off in a bit too, just because I've got another stream later on today, and I'm starting to get my shoulder's starting to get really sore.
Yeah,
I really like to sit in front of a really cool air conditioner because this one isn't.
Is that on your channel, Jen? Or
sorry, what was that, Jeff?
Is that on your channel? Or
no, Six Pack is on again tonight.
Of course, it's Friday. Yes,
yeah,
it's Friday for me. Yes, so Six Pack is on. So I've warned Chris that I may show up naked for that too because it's hot.
Jen, 2 questions.
That'll be encouraged on Six Pack. You know that.
What's the latest?
Yeah, he's already said that.
Jen, what's the latest on your shift?
Oh, okay. You guys want to know about the house? Okay. My loan was approved. So I should hopefully everything will go through by the 29th of January. Should get keys then. But due to my brother being in and out of hospital and other stuff, plus things that Will and I organizing and trying to organize and things like that, probably won't be shifted into the new house for a couple of months after that because there's still work to be done there. It's got to be fenced. There's a bit of repair work to be done. But yeah, hopefully after that I'll be shifted into the new house. And
where is it?
It's in a little town called Mount Barker, which is like 50 kilometers away from Albany. Which is one of the, I think it's like the 3rd largest city in Western Australia, something like that.
Oh, so, I thought it was. Yeah. I thought you were talking Adirondacks.
Sorry,
that's an American joke. Never mind.
Okay, didn't get it.
And how's your brother?
He looked better the other day when I saw him, but yeah, it's still not good. I mean, when you've got they've got control of the infection. He no longer has an infection, which is good, which means they can move on to dealing with the next lot of stuff. So they're looking at doing something about the kidney stones he has at the moment because that'll help improve his kidney function. And once they've got that, then they can deal with the cirrhosis of the liver. And hopefully at that point he's back. He's probably never going to get back to full function, being him he was before he started getting sick, but he might get back to some sort of semblance of being able to be a functional human being, which at the moment he's spending all his time in hospital in a bed because, he's too ill. But he is definitely on the mend and better than he was, which is a good thing. So, yeah.
Well, good. I hadn't heard at all. But that was really scary.
Yeah. I mean, he definitely could have died in and amongst all this. Who knows how stressed I've been on and off. Will's been actually absolutely amazing. I've been letting me call him anytime, even when he's asleep. So he's been awesome. But yeah, it's been a bit stressful, especially when I'm trying to get this house organized as well, and So yeah, but I probably won't finish. I won't finish shifting for a few months. So, but that's fine because, like I said, the repairs need to be done in the new house because I did buy a fixer-upper. So, but it was worthwhile. You buy a house that's not a fixer-upper. If I bought a house that wasn't a fixer-upper, I was going to spend a couple $100,000 as it was.
Are there a bunch of spiders in it?
No. But as it was, this house is a little bit over $100,000, which is really cheap considering what it is.
Oh yeah, spiders can't afford that.
Yeah, the spiders can't afford that.
So you're scared of Australian spiders?
I don't like any spiders. I mean those little bitty ones that raise their butt and are multicolored and they dance and stuff. They're pretty cute. But
Aussie spiders are pretty damn dangerous, though.
Yeah,
a couple of them are. The rest of them are just normal average spiders.
I just get the creeps from how they look, and the bigger and blacker and furrier and quickly that they move. The worse that it's terrible.
And yet, the bigger ones tend not to be as deadly. So. With the exception of maybe the Sydney funnel web.
The what?
Sydney funnel web. The funnel web spider is probably one of the most poisonous spiders in the world. Well, it is one of the most poisonous spiders in the world. Venomous, not poisonous. Sorry, venomous.
We have a funnel spider here in the States. It's not toxic though.
There's a picture.
But they sure are creepy and move fast and furry and big and brown and ugly. Ugh. Oh, see, now I got goosebumps. Ugh. I tried to break myself of my I won't call it a fear of spiders because I have anxiety. Lots of anxiety, and I tried to break myself of it, and I just can't. I faked it for a bunch of years, but
it's one of those things we condition ourselves, and so you can't. It's not going to happen overnight.
Oh, I worked for decades at this. It ain't going to happen ever.
I'm one of those people. I'm one of those weirdos that meets, like, if I'm scared of something, I will go face to face with it. Certain things. There's other things. There's
quite a small funnel web. I've seen bigger ones than this, but it'll give you an idea.
Yeah, I'm still, hesitant dealing with most spiders. Oh, okay, I gotta scroll that up.
There you go. That's a small funnel web, by the way, because you can tell by how small it looks on the boot. But your funnel webs get about the same size as a human hand. The big ones do. That's a small one.
Well, at least they probably can't hide really well, but it looks like they probably can't hide very well if they're in your house.
Oh no! They will actually hide inside people's shoes and things like that.
Oh, great!
So people pull it. But the worst thing with the funnel web is their venom is only deadly to primates.
Well, it's a good thing I'm not a primate.
So people will see their pets, like a dog, go after this spider, go, oh, my dog's going to be killed by this funnel web. Get involved, get bit, and they die.
Yep.
And the dog would have been perfectly fine because the dog's not going to get killed because it's not affected by the funnel web bite.
Well, you have some really, really super toxic snakes there, don't you? That are like 20 times as worse than a cobra or some junk like that.
The king brown is quite bad. It's also an aggressive snake, so.
Yeah, I don't like snakes that chase you.
Yeah.
None of them are as deadly as the drop bear, though.
The drop bear. I should find that video.
They're so deceptive.
That was so funny. That was the drop bear video for the.
I won't find it.
Spooky. That's funny.
Yeah. Well, I expect bitten by every species of spider that's around this climate, just because a lot of my work involved, crawling into tight spaces where people aren't supposed to go.
Absolutely. Like at my job too, there's spiders everywhere. I just kind of leave them alone.
Yeah, but see, I can't leave them alone because I've got to get in there where all the pipes and wires are and stuff like that.
In our telecoms room is basically where all the telephone wires come together because we have this huge system. There's always a family of black widows in there, and as long as they stick to the corner, I'll leave them alone.
But they won't kill you. They'll just get you sick. Well, I suppose a bunch of them bit you. You might die of one.
I got bitten by a pretty sizable black widow and I almost passed out.
Yeah, they're no joke. I don't want to find out.
Well, it's like everybody gets paranoid about the brown recluse, which, first of all, doesn't live in many states north of Missouri.
It lives here in California.
People mostly get sick from the bacteria that it carries, not the bite itself.
Yeah. They're everywhere here.
The brown recluse actually is in Minnesota just because it's been transported here. So they don't live outdoors, but they live in people's houses here.
Have a particular reason you had to tell me that?
They're all
just that they are one of the ones I've been bitten by.
I love you too.
And unfortunately, they're not really as venomous as people think. But they do have that thing of just making the flesh rot around the bite.
I've actually seen that. I've seen somebody that had a spider bite and didn't take care of it, and they pulled their bandage back. I expected to see a little, just a little bite. It was a hole in their hand.
Can I just say, could someone go and wake Dave up right now? He'll love this conversation.
Oh, I have some scary spider stories.
He loves these conversations.
If you get bit by a spider and you don't know what it is, go tell somebody.
Well, and if at all possible, get the spider in a container and bring it with you.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's very important that they be able to identify at least which family of spider is involved.
How do you know which spider bit you?
The one that's on you when you go.
That one that looks guilty when you show up.
Yeah, you do like an ID parade thing.
Yep,
there it is.
Like
Eastern Brown or King Brown. So it looks innocuous, but it is the most venomous snake in Australia. And they're highly aggressive. They will actually go out their way to attack people. They are territorial and highly aggressive. Fortunately, they're not as common as some of the other ones.
They look like they have an attitude on their face, don't they?
That snake looks pissed off there.
Yeah, you're giving it a personality.
Yeah.
That looks kind of cute. That actually looks kind of cute. Are those blue eyes? Aw.
Those are not blue eyes.
Yeah, it might look like Sam's avatar, but that thing's got an attitude.
Oh yeah, that thing's got an attitude. They do that. They're known as one of the most aggressive snakes in the world. They're absolute bastards.
Wow.
Whereas you compare it to something like the tiger snake, which is probably better known around the world as an Australian snake. The tiger snake is still pretty venomous, but it is not aggressive, and it'd rather fuck off than attack you. So
I thought that was Mero's snake.
Mero snake. Tiger.
Well, she's got two. She's got two of the small little ones, isn't she? So.
Okay, so Andrew has a really good question. Who at the hospital is identifying spiders? I no longer trust most professionals in my country, so I wouldn't trust someone to identify a spider.
They use brain bug.
If I have it to look at, the University of Minnesota actually has a very good identification database. but I need to have it to compare to the pictures.
Here, you'd probably die.
You don't need you don't need to worry. Like, if you do get bit in Australia, Jen will gladly suck out the venom.
Hey,
Only for Will.
hey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She wouldn't do it for
Will's
me.
not going to get bitten by anything in Australia except me.
Ooh, is that a promise? Yeah, because I'm going to be wearing.
How you doing, babe?
Doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
I'm thinking about wearing a full body suit with gloves on, and I'm already scared of Australian spiders. How are you doing?
Why are you scared about spiders?
I'm kidding.
The
No.
only poisonous one you're likely to encounter here is the redback, and that's basically the same as a black widow.
It's a picture I showed you. That's why when you said that, I sent you that picture of that spider that lives in my sprinkler box. It has a red belly. The same thing.
Yeah.
I had heard that the redbacks were also very aggressive ones, though.
Redbacks aren't particularly aggressive. The problem with redbacks is they tend to live around near places where people are. So you tend to encounter them much like the black widow is. So it's one you commonly get bitten by. But unless you're allergic or you're a child, generally speaking, redback bites aren't going to kill somebody. You'll just get sick for a couple of days. So there's a lot of Australians who've been bitten by redbacks and didn't even know they were bitten. They just got crook for a couple of days. Going, I was a bit sick.
Yeah. Well, that's
unless you're allergic or you're.
With spider bites and insect venom, it's a good thing I haven't had a real allergic reaction to any of it. Because I've had to encounter quite a bit of it. I've had to take out wasp nests, which have resulted in several dozen stings on a single day.
Well, you're obviously not allergic then.
They do not play around.
Wasps are
okay,
evil.
I'm going to head out, people, because I need a break before I do my next lot of streaming.
I'm going to get dressed. I'm not going to be
shutting this down here. Because
you're going to shut down, are you, Peps?
Well, I've been stressed out, so it's wearing on me.
I'm sorry.
And we already hijacked you for a couple hours earlier for our stream, so sorry.
No, that was good. So anyway, anybody have anything they want to plug before we go?
If they want to see more of me, probably naked, catch Six Pack later on. I think it's in about 2.5 hours. And tomorrow I'm hoping to do a Stump Gen stream, as well as hopefully over the next couple of days I will record the oral sex video.
So you two that together?
Sorry? No. Oh, if Phil was here, we would so do that together. We would. But
I'm sorry. I hope I didn't embarrass you. Well, no, that's not true.
Okay, and of course, we'll be movie night in, about 18 hours?
What?
Awesome.
Don't ask me to do math now.
No.
Yeah, don't do the math.
and next week we'll be having the LGBTQIA plus stream next Thursday, Friday, if you live in the future, aka Australia.
Yep.
So all the usual crowd, plus a few, plus hopefully a couple of people that we don't see often as well. So
is there anybody here who gets bit by or stung by a bee, and their arthritis pain goes away? I'm not kidding.
They don't get arthritis.
Actually, I have heard about that. I have heard about
I've heard about it.
To treat arthritis.
Wow.
Okay, well, thank you everybody for coming. So we will see you all next week. Bye-bye all.
Bye-bye.